Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're going to be talking about something that's been making waves in the financial world, AI and stock trading.
Oh, yeah, definitely a hot topic.
Absolutely. And to help us really dig into this, we've got this great article from the Economic Times called "Why is AI the Future of Trading in India?"
Interesting.
So we're going to look at how AI is already impacting the markets and what it could mean for all of us as investors.
Yeah, I think it's a fascinating time to be watching this all unfold because it really does feel like AI could fundamentally change how we invest.
It's funny because when you think about how trading used to be before the internet came along, it was such a different world.
Oh, yeah.
Calling your broker, waiting for the newspaper to see the stock prices.
Right. It was a much slower process, and for the average investor, it was much harder to get the kind of information and analysis that professionals had.
Yeah, you were really at the mercy of whatever your broker told you or what you could glean from the financial news.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
even today, with all the online tools we have, it can still be pretty overwhelming for people to sort through all the data and try to make sense of what's happening in the market.
Right, and that's where this whole AI thing comes in.
Yeah, the article compares this moment to when Deep Blue beat Garry Kasparov in chess.
Oh, wow.
It was like a signal that AI was capable of outsmarting humans in a really complex game.
So are we talking about AI actually picking stocks for us now? Is that the future?
Well, it's not quite that straightforward, but AI is definitely changing the game. It's more about using AI to help us analyze information in ways that humans simply can't.
Okay.
Think about it. AI can process huge amounts of data, identify subtle trends and patterns that we might miss.
So it's like having a superpowered research assistant, but for your investments.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. The article actually mentions Shunyar, which is India's first AI-powered trading platform. And what's really interesting is they're using technologies like neural networks and genetic algorithms.
Wow, those sound incredibly complicated.
They are, but they're designing the platform to be user-friendly, even for people who are new to trading.
So how do they take something like a neural network, which sounds super complex, and make it actually useful for someone like me who just wants to invest a little bit more wisely?
Well, let me explain that a bit more. Imagine a neural network like a digital brain that learns from massive amounts of data to see patterns that humans might overlook.
Mm.
When you apply that to trading, it could mean spotting early signs that a stock is about to rise or fall before it's really obvious.
Oh, so it's like getting a sneak peek at what's coming.
You could say that. And it's not just about finding those opportunities, it's also about managing risk. For example, let's say you're thinking about investing in a particular tech company.
Okay.
AI can analyze the company's finances, predict its future earnings, and even look at what people are saying about it online to see how the public feels about the company.
Hmm.
All of that gives you a much better understanding of the potential risks involved.
So instead of just going with my gut feeling or what I read in the headlines, I could use AI to get a more data-driven perspective.
Exactly. And whether you're interested in short-term trades or long-term investments, AI can potentially help you make more informed decisions.
This is really interesting stuff. But I'm curious, if everyone starts using these AI tools, will it even be possible for anyone to have an advantage? Will it just become a level playing field where everyone is getting the same information?
That's a great question. And it's true that AI can provide a lot of powerful insights that were previously only available to big institutions with a lot of resources, but I don't think human intuition and expertise will become obsolete.
So there will still be a role for human judgment, even in a world where AI is driving a lot of the analysis.
Absolutely. AI can help us analyze the numbers and see those large-scale patterns, but it's still up to us humans to interpret that information and make the strategic decisions.
That makes sense. So it's not like AI is going to take over completely.
No, think of it like this AI can give you a roadmap, but you're still the driver. You decide where you want to go and how you're going to get there.
I like that analogy. It makes AI seem more like a partner in investing rather than something that's going to replace human investors.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance between leveraging the power of AI and using our own judgment and experience to navigate the markets.
The article also mentioned that AI could lead to a more inclusive trading landscape. What exactly does that mean?
Imagine a world where anyone, regardless of their background or financial expertise, could access sophisticated trading tools and insights all powered by AI. That's what we mean by inclusivity.
So it could open up investing to a whole new group of people who might have felt excluded before.
Absolutely. AI has the potential to break down barriers to entry by simplifying complex concepts and providing personalized recommendations. It could empower people who maybe didn't feel like they had the knowledge or the resources to invest before.
That's a really exciting prospect, but it sounds almost too good to be true. Are there any downsides to all of this that we should be aware of?
That's a good question. It's important to remember that while AI can be a powerful tool, it's still a technology that's under development.
So there could be some unexpected challenges or risks.
There's always that possibility with any new technology. As we become more reliant on AI for things like investment analysis, we need to be sure that we're using it responsibly and ethically.
What does that look like in practice? How can we ensure that AI is being used ethically when it comes to stock trading?
Transparency is crucial.
Yeah.
We need to understand how these algorithms work and what data they're using to make their predictions.
Right. We don't want to blindly trust these systems without knowing what's going on behind the scenes.
Exactly. And we also need to be mindful of potential biases that could be built into the algorithms, especially if they're being trained on historical data that might reflect existing inequalities in the market.
So we don't want to inadvertently create a system where AI is perpetuating those biases or even creating new ones.
That's right. It's about being thoughtful and intentional in how we design and use these AI systems. We need to make sure they're fair, transparent, and ultimately beneficial for everyone.
So it sounds like AI has incredible potential to change how we trade, but there are also some important things to consider as this technology continues to evolve.
I agree. It's an exciting time, but it's important to approach it with both optimism and a healthy dose of caution.
I'm really glad we had this conversation. It's definitely given me a lot to think about when it comes to the future of investing and the role that AI might play.
It's definitely a dynamic landscape that's constantly changing. Staying informed and engaged with the developments in AI is going to be essential for anyone who wants to stay ahead of the curve.
It really does feel like we're on the cusp of something big in the financial world, with AI becoming so central to how we invest. And that article from the Economic Times really hammered that home, didn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And one of the things that really stood out to me was their argument about AI making trading more inclusive.
Yeah. What kind of possibilities do you think that opens up?
Well, imagine a world where anyone, no matter their background or how much money they have, could use these powerful AI tools to really understand the market.
Yeah.
That could be a game changer.
That's a powerful idea. It could level the playing field and give a lot more people a chance to build wealth.
Exactly. AI can take those complex financial concepts and make them much easier to grasp.
Right.
It could help people identify investments that align with their goals and their risk tolerance, even if they're complete beginners.
So it's not just about having access to the information, but also having the tools to make sense of it and use it to your advantage.
Exactly. It's about empowering people to make smart decisions about their financial futures.
That's great. But I can't help but wonder, if everyone has access to these sophisticated AI tools,
Right.
won't that just make the market even more competitive? I mean, wouldn't it be harder to find an edge if everyone is using the same technology?
Well, it's true that the market will continue to evolve as AI becomes more widespread, but I think there will always be a need for human ingenuity and creativity.
So even with AI doing a lot of the number crunching, there's still a role for human judgment and intuition.
Absolutely. I think the most successful investors will be those who can figure out how to combine the power of AI with their own unique skills and perspectives.
It sounds like the future of investing is going to be a team effort between humans and machines.
I think that's a great way to put it. It's not about AI replacing human investors. It's about AI helping us to be better investors.
This whole conversation has been incredibly insightful. It's given me a lot to think about in terms of where investing is headed and the role that AI is going to play.
It's a fascinating and fast-moving field.
It really is. So for our listeners who are just starting to learn about AI and investing, what's the one key takeaway you'd want them to remember?
I think the most important thing is to realize that the financial world is undergoing a major transformation with AI at the forefront. Embrace this change. Learn as much as you can about this technology and explore how it can help you reach your financial goals.
That's excellent advice. So to wrap things up, the future of investing is here, and it's definitely full of possibilities.
Couldn't agree more.
Thank you so much for being here today and sharing your expertise with us. It's been a pleasure.
Your pleasure is all mine.
And for everyone listening, thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive. As always, we encourage you to keep learning, keep exploring, and keep diving deep into the topics that matter most to you. See you next time.